Joined by a Canadian Country Music Hall of Famer and Chatham-Kent's own Michelle Wright. And Michelle, before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything, new single, new album coming out, how are you doing? How you been?
I'm doing pretty good. Quite honestly, I just lost my sister to cancer a few weeks ago, and so the family is still my sister Lisa Jansen, who's been a very big part of the community for many years, and so we're still reeling a bit from that, to say the least. But I will tell you that she would want me to press on and celebrate this new music and this record and coming to town and doing the shows, and we're gathering the family, and they're all going to be there.
Well, our condolences to you, Michelle, and it sounds like the best way to sort of pay tribute to her is to, put out new music and come back to Chatham-Kent for a concert.
Well, there's no doubt about it. We're going to miss her terribly, but we're looking forward to coming together.
So tell us about the new single, Small Town. Did you go into that with the mindset of writing it about your life and your career?
I had no intentions of writing that song at all the day I went to write. There's an up-and-coming artist, Danielle Beaujard is her name, and she's a Canadian singer and a songwriter, just a wonderful singer and songwriter. And her and another writer, an American writer by the name of Rick Farrell, we got together to write, and Danielle started asking me a few questions about my career just because she's, coming up and coming, and, well, tell me some of the things that you've done. And I was just chit-chatting and saying, well, I started out playing the bars 6 nights a week, and gosh, then I got to travel the world, and in between that I sang at the World Series and did the Jay Leno show, and I was just sort of rambling on about some of the fun things that I've been able to do in my career. I talked about being from the edge of the border there and listening to Motown and all that sort of stuff, and in 3 minutes we were able to encapsulate quite a little bit of my adventure. And so didn't intend on writing it, certainly didn't think it would be the first single off of my brand new album, but it just all came together so beautifully and so easily, and I'm so proud of it. And a lot of my school chums are reaching out to me via Facebook and going, I love this song. And a lot of people just around the world that are hearing it relate to just being small town folks. So the song really is relatable.
So when you go back and you look at your life and the career that you've had so far in country music, are there times where, that you're in disbelief and are like, how did I end up with this life?
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about that. I really, it's a funny thing because on one hand, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be and did exactly what I was supposed to do. It's sort of like I don't know, an unknowing, a feeling, just that this. It's almost like I wasn't in charge of what was going on. It's sort of like I ventured out on this path and I worked hard, and it just seemed like doors would open for me as I went along. Still feeling great and celebrating the 30th anniversary of Take It Like a Man.
Wow, that is amazing to think about. And, it would be easy for an artist that has achieved all the success like you have, Michelle, to sit back and go, okay, I've done pretty good. I'm going to hit the rocking chair. But here you are with new music, new album coming out August 26th, Milestone. Tell us a bit about Milestone.
Well, I will tell you that COVID and the pandemic sort of gave me an idea of what that would feel like, right? And admittedly, being off the road for a couple of years was nice to a certain degree. I think being out there and being involved in life is more invigorating than anything else out there. So retirement for me will happen when there's nobody showing up anymore. I'll tell you that for sure. And so far they're still showing up, so I'm thankful for that. And, that's really what Milestone is about. We called it Milestone because it is the 30th anniversary of the release of Take It Like a Man this year, and the 40th anniversary of my first year on the road.
Well, Michelle, we can't wait to hear it. And I'm sure the fans can't wait to hear you sing it live, as you're going to be in the area coming up on August 6th at Chatham-Kent Flight Fest. Tell us about that show. What can people expect when they see you live in concert?
Well, what a wonderful idea. The team there called me up and asked, spoke to my manager and my agents and so on, because I always prefer people go that route first, so as opposed to getting me in the middle of all of this. but they reached out to my agent. My agent reached out to my manager, and he told me what the concept was, and I loved it. You know, the idea is just to come together, and they wanted to give a free concert to the community as we all sort of find our way out of COVID, you know. And so I was thrilled that they reached out to me and asked me to be a part of that. And that's going to be free, and we're out there on the tarmac. We're going to set everything up on the stage, and just hoping everybody will come on out and party with us and have some fun. And I look forward to seeing everybody.